That was CC Williams, and we are at the Midday Talk with me, Nwabisa, and I am so sorry for the delay, but like we always say that it's better late than never. Welcome to the Midday Talk with Nwabisa, and this is Agape Radio, Agape FM, bring the gospel near to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Let me first welcome our guest today. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, eh? I'm doing good. And how are you? You sound awesome.
Let me just say, today we are speaking construction, but Tshatshu here himself is a radio presenter, so it's about to get so nice in here. I'm about to get a few lessons to myself as well. So before we say anything, before we get into the interview, do you want to give a shout out to anyone?
Let me just shout out to all the listeners that are actually listening right now and gave the time to actually listen to the midday. I mean, like it's a midday, everybody's like busy. Yeah, we're so grateful for your time, and time is important.
Thank you so much for spending your lunch hour with me. So the time now is exactly 25 minutes past 1 on a Monday afternoon. Is it hot outside?
It is, but it's becoming windy. It's becoming PE actually.
It's becoming PE.
Okay,
all right. Okay, so like we normally do, we usually do, and we always do read the bio first so that you know who we're talking to and what he is about. Siyamthanda Ntshweza of Tshatshu Projects. Tshatshu Projects is an improvement project company founded in 2019 by Siyamthanda Ntshweza, who is a self-made constructor. Tshatshu Projects offers services such as home and corporate facility renovations and improvements. Services include tiling, roofing, interior and exterior designs and paving, home building and furniture. What else don't you do?
Hey.
You do everything.
I do everything except putting a ring on people, eh?
Okay. This is this is a midday talk where we're bringing people who are movers and shakers, business people, entrepreneurs, and of course people with stories. If you want to get in contact with us, we are on WhatsApp, or you can call us on 069-402-1131. You can also email us on info@agaperadio.co.za. If you are tuning in live on our Facebook platforms, we are also on YouTube and Instagram at Agape FM. Tshatshu of Tshatshu Projects.
Yes, ma'am.
You look like a person who's just came from site.
Yeah, I was on site. I was on site.
Okay, it's not just... this is not a stage. No. All right, so tell us more about Tshatshu Projects. What are you guys all about?
As you said earlier on, let me just emphasize on that. Tshatshu Project is actually a home and business improvement. Tshatshu Projects, as you allocated the jobs that or services that we provide to the clients. Yes, we do tiling, paving, upholstery with and it's basically home improvement. You call us, we look at your home decor and everything, and then we say, okay, ta needs to go. We put something new there, and then we improve it to your style. Obviously, you as a client, you sit with us, and then you explain exactly what you want to be done in your house, and then we do exactly that.
Nicely said. So, a self-made constructor.
Yes, ma'am.
What is a self-made constructor? Define that to us.
A self-made constructor. Okay, it is as easy as you locate a skill within yourself. You locate a skill within yourself, and you see this is something that you're born with. It's something that doesn't tire you, and then you practice on it. Even before you attach yourself with clients, you practice on your own space, and then you actually find out that okay, I'm actually good at this. Let me use this skill to put a food on the table or to provide a good service to clients. I would say a self-constructor person is that when you teach yourself, and then you go out there and study to learn more ventures, because actually it's not just basically what you have. You also learn from school, from school at tertiary level. You learn different things, and then you be like, oh, I didn't know that. Okay, hey, well, it blends in. Okay, bring me those books, let me read more. Yes.
This is entrepreneurship 101 right here. So before you started the business,
Yes.
did you go to school to do construction?
Honestly, no. Honestly, no. I went after. But then
Okay.
to actually be in a business and to be known as a constructor, you need certain papers, and you need a knowledge of what you are about to do or you're doing. So it pushed me to actually do the studies under construction. So yeah, and so I first started practicing on my own, and then it went into me, and then I was like, hey, there's more into this, and to get that more, you need to go and study it, so that you are able to compete in a bigger platform there is. Yeah.
Nicely said. If you want to compete in bigger platforms, go and get those textbooks.
need
Get
those
that,
textbooks.
get that qualification right there. You have a business. Let's now focus on Tshatshu Projects, because I know there are so many. So with that, have your priorities changed ever since you started this business?
Let's hear the question.
Have your priorities changed?
Priorities. Yeah. There's things that you don't see just before you run a business. There's things that you don't see. But then when you in the business and you are providing this service, you get to learn. You get to learn more, and you get to learn that time is important. And service delivery to the client, and exactly what the clients need. Because other things we just say, nah. But then when you get to know, you're like, oh, okay, this has to be done this way for it to be right and to deliver the good service to the client. So your priorities do change into business as you grow, if you want to grow the business.
If you want to grow the business, I mean, if you're in business, you must always grow. So fashion, radio, you are fully employed.
Yes.
And then you also do cultural embassy.
Yes,
There's now construction.
Yeah.
How do you manage your time, and how do you juggle all these?
The great business entrepreneurs that I have come across, they say we have 24 hours in a day. You need to work around that 24 hours. And when you work around that 24 hours, always remember that sleeping is important, because no brain can work without it being service. Sleeping is a service for a brain.
True.
And then you need that. So you priorities. You prioritize on your time. Hence, we always say, us business people, but that we don't have time. If you, Nwabisa, you need time with me, I have to schedule you.
True.
I have
So
to schedule
true.
you, and then with that time that I give you, maybe an hour or 30 minutes, you need to deliver exactly, because I don't have time. You need to deliver exactly what you called me here for, so that's business. So we juggle. We do the best.
There's like you're doing a lot. So you mentioned something that time is of essence. Time is money. How do you go about when someone does not respect your time?
I don't think I have an answer. I don't think I have
Because
an answer.
I believe that with every entrepreneur and every person who's in business that I've come across, they're all very sensitive about their time. And you mentioned that a person has 24 hours.
Yes.
And you've got 8 hours to sleep maximum.
Yes.
8 hours. So you need to manage your time properly.
Very well. From when you wake up, actually you sleep knowing what's your next day plan, and your time is well planned according to that. you know that you actually even calculate the steps that you're going to take to town, and you slow down on a certain step. Like if your steps in between are 15, you know that there's 5 minutes in between my steps, and if you lower down that to 3 minutes, you know that you're not going to get there in time because you have lowered down. You see, so your time is off.
Time management
Time
and
management.
discipline.
Yeah.
Time management and discipline. So briefly tell us more about your, because I call you an entrepreneur.
Yes.
There's a slight difference between a person who's a businessman and entrepreneur. There's a slight difference. You have a business and you're just running the business, and then entrepreneurship is
It's vast.
it's really vast. So tell us more about the journey that you've taken from the time that you started the very first business that you had. And I also mentioned that you've had, there's been fashion, there's radio, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
So how has this journey been for you?
Honestly, it's been a great journey. Experiencing your skills, there's something that burns within you. It's been a great journey. From my very first business, it's crazy. I was 18. I was 18. I was like, okay, I look at the situation at home. I'm like, okay, I have a mother and she's all alone on this. I have two sisters and she needs help. I'm in high school. I'm actually completing high school. I started to save up money. I bought myself a weed heater. You know that thing that cuts the grass? And then I started with that. I started doing that. I generated income on weekends. I was like making like 450 over a weekend. And that's a big difference, That's a big difference because I'll be able to say to my mom, okay, mom, there's 300 for you and just add up on groceries. Then I'll have 150 for myself, Always like, when you do business, always look, okay, let me have something. Always thank you yourself, so that you can encourage yourself to do more. And then from there on, I've done a lot of things. But the heat of business and home improvement, it started right there. From that grass cutting only. And I was like, oh, okay, we can actually make people's home beautiful because people, they love beautiful homes, they love beautiful homes. And then I've started to improve there, started going on website on how to improve on this and that and the other.
And the other, dear listener, you are still tuning into the Midday Talk with Nwabisa and Begela. My guest today is Tshatshu. We call him Tshatshu because you're also a brand.
Yes.
You're very Tshatshu right now. We're speaking to Siyamthanda Ntshweza of Tshatshu Projects, and we're speaking everything entrepreneurial. We're speaking everything business, and we are speaking construction today. Tshatshu Projects.
Yes.
Founded in 2019.
2019, yes.
And what's unique about your business? Did you have the same vision that you had now? Are you still pursuing that vision, or have you just taken that and said, okay, we have accomplished this, now to the next?
I added actually on the vision. On the vision. Yes, I still have, but there's some additions on those business. On that vision. In terms of business, when you engage into business, you only know one thing when you get in. It's like getting into a university. You only know the reception, but as you walk the passages, you find out, oh, there's actually many rooms here.
True,
oh, let me see what's on that room, what's on that room, what's on that. And then you start to learn that's business. Then you're like, oh, okay, I can do that. I can do that. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. But yes, there's a whole lot of I can do's. Do you have time?
Okay.
Do you have time on
All
that?
right.
And then, okay, yes, I have time. Can you stand it? Can you stand this I can do's? They were like, oh, okay. It also goes with what is within you. You can see someone. I can see Nwabisa sing nicely. I can sing. I can sing like, hey, let's give him a mic and be like,
Yeah.
no, it's not like we but just try some. Go on with the passage and try some other things because there's a whole lot of things out there,
True.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's unique about your business? Why should people use your services instead of your competitor?
The importance of a client.
Okay.
The importance of a client, listening to the client, communicating with the client, and providing the service that the client exactly looks for. You know, we do our best. We're not even doing our, we're doing it now. We're doing it now, delivering a clean service. Because that's what our clients are very sensitive with it. They're very sensitive. Clean service, honesty, and very open. And be very open with everything. Be very open, or you're gonna lose out. I think that's it. The importance of a client, because the service can be done, but if you're not taking a client to like very important, then you're gonna lose
True,
out.
true. And most people say that when you build relationships with your clients, they always come back, and
Yes.
it always
They-
brings word of mouth. You get more customers,
Yeah.
so that's how things are going good. So I believe that Tshatshu Projects has employees
Yes.
because you won't be building alone.
Never. You can never manage time alone.
Exactly.
Never.
So, how did you first select your employees, and why? What do you look for when you're selecting employees?
Skill.
Okay.
Do you have the skill? Okay. The next thing that I look for, does this skill live within you? Because if it's not within you, you're not going to deliver. You know, if you're, I'm going to make an example of a musician too. If music doesn't live in you, you will never deliver the right sound. You know, so that's it's the same thing. Uh, you come to me, do you have this skill? I'm like, oh, okay. Let me test you. I have testing grounds on my workshop. Okay, let's see how you do this. Put you on a workshop. You work, and I look at how you do. It's like interview room, and then I'm like, oh, okay. We can work with you.
this.
We can work with you. So staff selection is all of it. It's difficult sometimes, you know, but we do our best to deliver.
How do you define success?
Yay!
What is your success? I mean, there's so many people have so many different explanations or definitions when it comes to their success. So I want to know, what is your success as a Tshatshu Projects and as Siyamthanda Ntshweza?
Yo, this question, success. Yay! The the growth of business, I think. I honestly, I don't know how to answer it, because success is.
Got you.
I think you got me. So success is huge. Success is huge. My success, it is when the business is right there on the map. You know, and the business that respects clients, and when you get more word of mouth out there, I'll be like, okay, yeah, all right, it's getting there. It is getting there. It's not even about the money that it must bring, but if the word of mouth is out there, and then I'm like, okay, and then it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's on people's mouth, you know, and yeah, when you leave a client, it's not that, you know, because that's what we work on. So, hey, success is something else.
Okay, as long as you know that this is where you are, this is where you're going, and your business is thriving.
Yeah.
I was looking at your page, and yes, the business is thriving. Dear listener, you are still tuning into the Midday Talk at Agape FM. This is Nwabisa, and at the time is 42 minutes past 1 on a Monday afternoon. I'm sitting with Siyamthanda Ntshweza of Tshatshu Projects. Before I let you go,
Yes.
what are you working on now?
Actually, we are also doing a home improvement with one of my very important clients. We are basically there. We are but tiling. We are tiling our client's floor in a very stylish way.
Okay.
In a very stylish way. We bring what we are doing at Tshatshu Projects as we are growing now to home improvement. We are bringing modern style into our clients, into your home. There is, we are bringing that. So when you call us, we come in, we're like, oh, okay, this is what. Do you have something in mind? Okay, we can work with that. So that's what we are doing. But currently, I'm actually doing a tile, and I'll be doing a paving within the next 2 days in other clients. So that's basically that.
I did mention that the business is thriving. Is there something that we should look for in the future, in the near future, for Tshatshu Projects? Is there something that you will be working on? Something new? Something that is, something that's still under wraps?
Yes. There's 2 things that are coming. They are nearing, actually, that are coming. Logistics. We are venturing on logistics, and we are still on property development. You will see a whole lot of Tshatshu projects on property development, since we are a constructing company. Yeah.
And there you have it, folks. Please do check them on their social media platforms. You do have social media platforms.
Yeah, Tshatshu Projects on Facebook, and also under my page, which is Siyamthanda Ntshweza on Facebook. You're going to see a whole lot of our work. Yes.
That is Siyamthanda Ntshweza and Tshatshu Projects. But if you still want to get more, if you have more questions and you did not get that, we are on 069-402-1131. Please do check them out. Check what they do and what they offer. We will be looking at the logistics. We want to know what's happening. Before I let you go, I always do this to my guests. There's someone out there who's trying to be an entrepreneur, someone who's trying to open a business. What would you say to encourage them to start, and what would you say to them to motivate them to always persevere?
Stop dreaming and do it.
Simple, clean. Stop dreaming and do it.
Because you already know what you want to do. Now walk the walk. Stop dreaming. You have the dream. You know the dream. Stop dreaming. Pace you.
I will not say anything further than that. Thank you so much for coming through. May all the greatness to your business may you succeed. May we see more of Tshatshu Projects wherever that we're going. Thank you so much.
And I thank you all the people that are listening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear listener, we are at the Midday Talk, and I am leaving you with Ubabo saying Chikom Kululi. I am Nwabisa. This was the Midday Talk. This is the Gospel Radio, where we bring the gospel near to you. From me, I love you, and stay blessed.